Okay, it's Wednesday, May 19th, and it's my last full day of ownership of the Dodge Xplorer. It's a sad day, but a day that I knew would come, and I am so happy for the new owners. And this video is mostly for you new owners, and it's the final video for the Van Go channel with this van. So the first thing we're going to go through is propane for you, and it's under here. These are your side doors, and here is your propane tank. And let's see here, you've got a gauge. It's full, well, it's 3/4 full, and this is the knob. Turn, you're gonna open it all the way to the left, counterclockwise, and then when you can't twist anymore, just do kind of a quarter turn back in the closed position. You just don't want it completely open, and so just a quarter turn, and now the propane is on, and this is your 8.6 gallon propane tank. And when you turn that on, you want to give it about 5 minutes just in case there's any leaks. Inside the van, you have a detector, and they're always on the ground because that is where the fuel is going to reside. And this is your detector next to your fuse box. And if it ever detects the propane, it's gonna send off an alarm that you will not miss. And periodically you're gonna have to change these alarms. I think once a year is what they call for. This one is still good. You don't have any leaks in your propane lines. So once you know that there's no leaks and you give it about that 5-minute period, then you can start turning things on, like your hot water heater. So this is kind of your switchboard. This is your test button right here, and it'll show you that you're full on propane here. And then your freshwater tank, it's accurate. Your holding tank, which is your black water, that's not accurate. And your gray water tank, that's not accurate, but your battery levels, those are accurate. The water pump is on, and I'm gonna switch on the hot water heater. And you'll hear it click. It's lighting. Now it's on. Now that's heating your hot water. Your propane will also run your fridge. So turn the button to the flame, that's propane, and you see the indicator here, it's in the white. When the fridge is on, it's going to be in the middle of the white and the green. And you always turn this dial to the number 4 when you're starting it, and you prime it, and then you start it. And this might take a little while. I always kind of just press the button and then start it. And you're just gonna play with it and you'll learn it. And get that in view. You see how it's still in the white? It's not lit yet. There it goes. You'll see it switch over, and it will go in between the white and the green. Now that's on. It's going to take about 4 hours for this thing to really cool down. The first thing that cools down is your ice box. And your ice box refrigerates the rest of the fridge. At least that's what I've noticed. Then you got your furnace. And here's how you turn it on. It's the switch up here. This is the off position on the very right. It's a very tough switch. It feels like you're gonna break it by pushing it to the left, but you're not going to. And now it's on, and then you're just going to set it. You can set it very slightly. There we go. Now that's your blower, and we're just gonna wait for the flame to kick on. You'll hear that. Now the furnace is on. And when you're not using the van on a regular basis, you want to run these appliances once a month. And we spoke about running the generator once a month with a load on it. And that's your generator button right up there. And we're gonna go outside and go look at the generator from the outside. So you can see how you manually start it from outside in case you don't want to start it in here for some reason. So to turn off the heat, just all the way down to the left and flip the button to the right in the off position. So I'm going to turn that off. Now we're going to turn the fridge off. And you'll see that little dial go down. That's off. Okay, so now we're going to turn the hot water heater off. Just flip the switch. That's off. And I'm going to turn the water pump off. But before I do, I'm going to show you. That your sinks work perfect. Just water saving dispenser here. Has a different function when you flip the switch. That's heavy pressure, light pressure. That's your kitchen sink water. Well, I didn't light the burners, but they work perfectly. Well, actually, the propane is still on, so let's light the burners. See how the switch has a light mode, so all the way onto light. And you're just gonna light it. Lit. Put this one on light. Lit. So now they're lit. Always have airflow in here when you have the propane burning. Always. You got this door window that opens up. You've got this side window behind the couch. Make sure that's open. And make sure that the fan is sucking air out and not blowing it in, because it has two features. See this? This will switch it. It will flip the blade around and start blowing air from outside into here. You don't want that. You want to suck those fumes out. Adjust the settings for cooking and just turn it off. That's the stove. Always have airflow. So it's very important. I'm going to turn the propane off now. And I'm just going to take the switch and roll it all the way to the right. It's off. And the first few times that you get propane in this, I would have somebody at a gas station that knows how to do that and have them show you how to do it. It's not overly complicated, but it's not like pumping gas, for instance. Here is your generator compartment. This is the Onan Microquiet 4000. Take this hatch off, and here are the insides. this is your manual start. Don't be afraid of it. Just press it and it'll turn on. This might be a little loud.